Mitecoin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. Fellowship with friends and play a game or two. The Mitecoin fam has something for you. Learn about crypto and have fun to boot. Join in the games, win some, lose. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. If our fellowship grows and Christ is seen, generosity explodes along with the M2015. You're invited to our family in the crypto space, working hard to show Christ and his amazing grace. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain searching for you. Mitecoin, meme coin, crypto, no clue. Guys on the blockchain.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Totally freestyling here. Yeah, I got my new hair after postseason, so I hope you all like it. I think that I'm off mute. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm running late tonight, and they OSB, which is, you guys don't care, I know, but it's the software I use to set up and run the streams. It literally updated like before I set it up tonight, and obviously it changed the format of where I mute stuff, so I'm a little bit panicked. So it sounds like you guys can hear me. Good deal. So welcome to another stream. Oh my goodness, I don't even have my microphone set up, guys. This is rough. It's what happens when wrestling finals are on right before the stream. Bear with me, apologize. So, hopefully, maybe I got louder. I don't know. I just fixed my mic. But, yeah, welcome to another Saturday night. It's what we do. I appreciate you guys joining me. Sounds like you guys can hear me okay, so I will just get on with the spiel. Not that you guys obviously don't know, but this is not financial advice. This is not financial, technically we're going to talk money, but we're just going to have some fun. We're going to try to win some money. I'm going to try to give you guys some money. Doesn't look super great as far as one part of it, but we'll talk about that later. Turns out there are some people to blame, and there's a reason why I'm not rushing into the Solana Showdown, which you guys will see in a second. But, yeah. So, bottom line is, yeah, we're here to have fun. We're here to hang out, build each other up, and fellowship with each other. Maybe you guys can win some money. Maybe you can't. But, yeah, we'll find out. So, anyway, yeah, it's not financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. I hope even if you lose tonight, you'll be entertained and all that jazz. So, with that said, out of the way, let's do what we do. Solana Showdown, and you're going to see why it wasn't a big rush, if we're just speaking honesty, right? Yeah. So, as you guys know by now, that top number in the green, the dark green, 8732, was technically what it was an hour ago. I'm going to update it. Well, it jumped up a little bit, so that's not horrible, right? I mean, oh my goodness, not now. 8743, and you're going to find out that that's not super awesome. Because even Ray, who guessed the least amount at 232, she's still over $2 off. Now, I decided on, ouch. I'm sure you guys can see that. But I think it's time to place some blame where it belongs. Because we spent the day, first my lovely bride went and got her hair done. So that's all bougie. Got it colored and cut, and she looks all bougie. But then we took our son-in-law to his birthday dinner or birthday lunch over in Dubuque. And obviously on the way over, we're checking the price. And basically, I don't know whether it was on the way over or on the way back, but I was told by the person that just commented, ouch, I was told that, oh, somebody's going to definitely win. Because when we checked it, what was it? Who was it, honey? Maybe it was Karen. Who was it? Oh, it was Karen and Sammy. They were literally both within 10 cents. And I was told that somebody is going to win. Now, I guess technically, the person, again, not to name names, you can see the chat who typed in ouch. Technically, she was correct because somebody did win. Unfortunately, it was the dude, the dump dude. So that means that 2 weeks in a row, you guys apparently don't like $20. I don't know what to say, right? So we have this little thing. You guys put your guesses in, and it's painful, bruh. I have no idea where this dip came. But the bottom line is we do not have a Solana Showdown winner. So unfortunately, I will put on my notes that that's a poop in the pants. So we move on. And feel free to blame the person again so that I don't name her outright. Look in the Yahoo chat or I got Yahoo on the brain because of the fantasy going on right now, obviously. But if you look at the YouTube chat, you'll see who posted ouch. And basically, you can blame that person that nobody won tonight in our fellowship because she assured me somebody would. So, time to move on. Let's talk numbers. Actually, so in this case, it's a little bit better because an hour ago it was 87.32. Now it's 87.43, so that's not quite 5.2% down. But again, guys, this is the good deal. We had a poker game this week. We had some buys. So our Mitecoin to Solana, right? That's the line that we look at to see if anybody's even buying Mitecoin for whatever reason. That's up 3%. That's a good thing. Even though the price of Solana is down 5%-ish. So that means that, hey, Patey, that means that our market cap is only going to take a hit of about 2%. Again, looking for positives, I'll throw that out there. Because, yeah, that's good. Now, I will say, even though that's going to be in the screen coming up, that if you look at that next line down under market cap, which is 45,550, well, and again, I didn't plan on this, but I think it's probably worth mentioning. Not that you guys care, because it probably looks very unprofessional anyway. But I actually do try to take notes and try to organize some thoughts, even though when it starts, my brain shuts off. And this is a total freestyle thought. And I know I've mentioned this before, but it's probably worth mentioning now. Because obviously things aren't great. But our market cap is at 44,650. Guys, just as a reality check, when I launched this baby a couple of years ago, by the way, we're coming up on our second birthday, so be ready for a birthday party of some sort. But when I launched this almost 2 years ago, our market cap was a whopping, $4,600, right? That's not awesome. So it's like almost 45 grand. So, guys, it's exciting. I know that you guys may think bro, that's not really much. There's a lot of meme coins out there with millions of dollars. I get it. But I don't know. I dig it. So, anyway, here's the painful part. When you look at that numbers board and you look at that under the federal market cap or the market cap line, and yeah, I got the stinking sinus back. I'm going to blame the daycare kids, or now my son has a sinus infection. So, there's a lot of blame to go around. So I'm going to sound a little bit nuffy tonight. Bottom line is, though, the reality, the hard reality check is that number, that 426,970,291, that's lower this week. And you may ask, why is that lower? Well, the reason that's lower is because 300,000 Mitecoin got taken away because Dump Dude got it because of last week. So that is definitely a hit. We took a little hit. That's the way it is. Just the way I roll. I decided that if we can't take care of our Match'em board, it's going to be subtracted on what goes out. So that's that number. The next number from launch is we're still up over 4,000. And as always, plug. Totally not even shamed about it or embarrassed about it. Trying to get you guys to reach out. I've got I've got a couple people in my radar. I'm working on one right now who jumped in our public room. I'm a little surprised. He's a little bit younger, and I would have thought he would be up with the tech and the apps, but apparently crypto is not as mainstream as you think. So for you old toots like me, if you are familiar with crypto, you actually have one up on some young kids, because there are some young kids that have no idea about crypto. So we're ahead of the game. Anyway, so the reason I say that is that 300,000 Mitecoin, we're going to talk about that a lot every time we get together, $3.44. Again, if you know somebody in your realm that does not have $3.44, and this is not even judgment, right? I think I've told the stories before about Andrea and I when we first were married that, this whole electronic banking, we would have been sunk, because there was absolutely times when we cut a check, sent it in the mail, got the postmark date, and prayed that my check from work would hit the bank before that check did. So we've been there, we've done that. But if you are fortunate enough, and you know people, I guess I should say, that are fortunate enough that $3.44 of discretionary money that you might go spend on, I don't know, say a coffee, right, that you'll drink and pee out. If you have $3.44 extra, then Mitecoin might be something that you could share with them. Yes, I'm gonna drop a truth bomb when we get to our M2015. Even though it's not the greatest discussion, but I want to share something that's been floating around in my brain as well with that. But as far as Mitecoin in general, $3.44. So even if you got crazy and you found somebody or you know somebody that you say, hey, you know what? I would like to offer you a risk-free opportunity, and I will actually buy you in. You're literally only going to be out a whopping $3.44. So something to consider. Get my big bald head out of the way. The funding wallet, as of this stream, yes, that's down 300,000 Mitecoin, because you'll see it on the next screen or a couple screens away where that went. But yeah, every time we get together on a Saturday night, 300,000 Mitecoin is going somewhere. I would love to send it to somebody in the fellowship, but if not, the old dump dude's going to take it and make fun of all of us. So if you guys are okay with that, I don't know what to do. And then we've got some SOL in there that I hold in there because I've got to have some in there to move some stuff. Bottom line is, in the funding wallet there, we've got almost $64, even with Solana down at $87. So hang around, put earphones in, pretend to listen to me talk. You could be on the receiving end of 60 some bucks, right? So yes, I'm paying for you to listen, and I'm not even ashamed to say it. So anyway, that's our numbers, right? And as we work down, this is where it gets ugly. I tried to motivate you guys. I don't know, I'm not embarrassed is the right word, but I tried to, stir on your competitive feeling. But if you look at the dude here, he's feasting on the Mitecoin. This is, for those of you that are not paying attention, I'm going to let you know, this is the second win in a row. And not only is it his second win in a row, but last week, he didn't even take us to the finals, bruh. He beat our Heinekens before we got to the finals. It was game over. And this is the attitude we get. He's like, you guys suck. So, yes, Match'em 77. There was 0 M2015 to share. And he stole 300,000 Mitecoin. But it's time to have a talk, right? So, as you heard me say in the numbers group, right, when I was showing you the numbers, that if you were inclined to just like coworker, family member, somebody that thinks crypto's crack, you'd be like, you know what? Download these two apps. I will literally go spend $3.44 and send it to you. And you can come check us out. That's kind of the mindset, right? And so what I said was, if that person doesn't have $3.44 that they can spare, which is not, again, no judgment, then they obviously shouldn't be in crypto, right? But if they do, then they should consider it. Well, guess what? The same thing goes with these M2015s, right? If you have $1, right? $1 that you might spend on, I don't even know what. then if hopefully we can talk about them 2015 after tonight, because if not, we're getting beat down 3 weeks in a row. Is that in front of the camera enough for you guys? 3 weeks in a row. That's not a takedown in wrestling. That's 3 weeks in a row that you guys or we all are taking it in the Heineken. So hopefully we can celebrate somebody winning and breaking Dump Dude's streak. And yeah, I know he's pretend, but he's our arch nemesis. So hopefully, if you're watching and you have like $1, that's an escape, right? One that you can spare, I hope you will consider buying that and sending it to the winner, right? So that's kind of what we're doing, right? You're not going to get rich with Mitecoin, maybe. I mean, I don't think so, right? Obviously, we're 2 years in and we're not getting rich yet. But hopefully we can build each other up, we can have some fun, and we can bless each other, and maybe we can catch some momentum. So anyway, right now, this is the guy looking at us. 2 weeks in a row, he's basically saying, you guys kind of suck, and I'm taking all your money, and I'm feasting off all of your Mitecoin that you guys don't want. So this is a problem. This is 2 weeks in a row, and it's up to us, right? Up to us. So now here's where, and I'm going to obviously see right now, hold on. Before I screen this over, I'm going to try to move my noggin out of the way. Yeah. So anyway, so here we go. Here's our alligator wallets. Yeah, it's updated, right? You feel pretty bougie. So this is obviously Stream 78. Alligator wallets, I've labeled them. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. Dump Dude Dev, you're going to notice that that's almost what it was last week. And you may ask yourself, wait a minute, bruh. Solana's down, so why isn't that down? Well, the reason is because we have, we have some floating around some money in there, and that's not a huge wallet. But if you remember, we had two things happen last week that weren't awesome. We had Dump Dude steal the Solana Showdown money, and we had Dump Dude take our Match'em money. Well, this is where the joke's kind of on him, that when that happens, it gets sent to these alligator wallets. So you'll see that Match'em dumps actually went up, right? Mitecoin Magic, that was something that we can talk about. That was, I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of share stuff with all of you as it's rolling around in my crazy bald brain. And sometimes it doesn't work out the way I hoped. And sometimes I literally have at least a small bit of self-control. I had an awesome dream that our Mitecoin Magic, and I did add magic at the end, because that's kind of what I was hoping for. I was hoping that we could take some of that, some of that money that we had in the Mitecoin Meadow room, or in the wallet, and maybe just play with the meme coin world. But the reality is, the more I looked into it, bruh, it's dirty. I mean, you might hit a few here and there, but for the most part, I would just be donating the money that is geared to you guys. And I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that. But anyway, so that's why that's sitting there. Match'em dumped is up a little bit because for sure 300,000 Mitecoin got sent to Match'em dumps because he dumped on you guys, right? And then what'd I say? The Mitecoin Metal and more. You're going to see that up a little bit. The reason that I added the more, and I just want to remind it, not that, again, just as a reminder, and just kind of an explanation on why I sent, I think it was the Solana Showdown actually went there, but I'm not sure. Bottom line is that Mitecoin Metal, as you guys remember, we started some metal detecting, and that's definitely going there always. But that kind of morphed into just kind of a community. Some of us have kind of embraced it as just I want to share with the group a little bit, right? Because now you see where it's going, and you guys, if you want these addresses, some of you guys probably don't even care, obviously, but there's a phantom address for each one of these, and you guys can get those from me. You can put them in your wallet. You can track them. Same way I kind of busted our Nigerian bros where they were sharing stuff within each other. You guys can do that. It's not difficult. I will give you those addresses. You can see, I mean, obviously I hope that you guys trust me, but you can see like when anything goes in and out, where they go to, all that jazz. So bottom line is, here's the good news. Back at the numbers game, right, we were supposed to be red this week for our market caps. And the good news is that with the fact that Dump Dude stole some of the some coins from the fellowship, even our alligator wallets. Now it's only $11.20, but guess what, bruh? I'll take it. Last week we got together, it was $412.69, and the alligator wallets, well, as of 8 o'clock tonight, was $423.89. So that's green for $11.20. So again, as long as you hang out with me, and when we decide to close the doors, we'll figure out a way and we'll share this, right? That's kind of the idea. So there's our numbers. There's our alligator wallet. See you later, alligator, as you know, right? And now we got to talk. Because, yeah, hold on. It's Match'em 78. And guys, I didn't even count at all yet. But it's not, it just, again, my first appearance says this isn't an awesome board. There's some trouble. A couple things I'll say, or one thing I'll say before we get going, and I'm not even going to do that right now. Oh, my nose. I will start our poll, and round one vote, red or black. Oh, man, I forgot to do something. I'm going to try something as well. 1 or 2. Make sure. I'm definitely a little bit flustered tonight, and I'll get into that in a second. Red and black, 1 and 2. All right. Ship it. You guys should be good to go. Cast your vote, red or black. This little thing, I will stall a little bit, and I'll figure out how to add the picture that I needed to add beforehand. But while you're looking at this board, I will tell you that I kind of threw this out. Well, maybe I even told you guys wrong. Well, this would be awkward. And I shouldn't even say it. Anyway, I'll say it, and then I'll tell you what I'll do next time if it's wrong, okay? While you guys vote. I think I mentioned last time that there was Cody had a chance to win just a fun little bonus I added, because there was a card on the board that if I could choose, I would have chose. And I said I didn't know whether it would... no poll. All right, hey, Lissa, if you don't see a poll, a couple things. Well, you're probably already on your phone, maybe. Definitely cast your vote in now. Put your vote in the chat, and then I'll do my best to add it in, and hopefully it'll pop up next time. I think anybody else want to chime in? Oh, good. All right, never mind. So anyway, on this screen that you're seeing, it started last week. Of course, here comes the train. Why not just completely mess up the night? But when you look at this screen, you'll notice that there's one highlight different. I think it's the correct one, and it's the 10 of hearts. Had that 10 of hearts been chosen, I would have awarded, and it won, I would have, well, maybe, interesting. Hang on a second, guys. Be patient. Well, we'll see how loud it gets. Hang on. 10-second commercial break. All right. I think he's done honking his horn. So, I started it last week. There was a card that Cody picked, and I was like, bruh, I would have picked that one. I'll pay for that. There was actually one on this week. It was the 10 of hearts, I believe, because you guys can go back and check. I think that was the one with the cherry on top of the cake that Dump Dude was feasting on. And I thought, you know what? Cherry on top, that's one I would take. So nobody took it, so nobody gets a prize. I think, nobody won, so I have a week to think about it. But I'll have to think about whether I pay out if you guys just select it, and or maybe double it if it wins. So I don't know. We'll think about it. Bottom line is, guess what? Nobody won, so nobody has to worry about it. Yeah. So all right, let's end our poll, and we'll find out. Round one. You guys decided, oh my goodness gracious, we're going to find out. You guys broke this, I don't want to say anything, but, oh, nuts. Hang on. Started reading, well, it's a book I read before, and I used my bookmark. Oh, I'm going to lose my bookmark. Anyway, The Unseen Realm. Ooh, awesome book. pretty was a game changer for me. So anyway, the reason I tell you that is because I used this fancy bookmark I bought at our local farmers market to flip our cards, and I was a little bit scrambling because I was started reading that book again. So bottom line is, round 1, Match'em 78. You kind of changed it up a little bit. You guys decided, you guys went with number 1 instead of number 2 with 57%. So we're going to find out if it's red or black tonight. The winning card tonight, Match'em 78, is red. We have a red winner because not only is that a long train and it's getting louder, but it's black is over there, right? And for those of you that may or may not know, I obviously there's not a speed limit in towns because that thing is hauling. So, round 2. Oh boy. See, this is all from last week. I've got to find the red board. And I've got to find this. And now we've got a red board. Last week it was black. This week it was red. So that means we're finding these two, right? Finding between the hearts and the diamonds. Now, actually, I will post up there after I mix these up. This weather, I'm not going to lie, I love it. But, yowzers, it's warm up in the second story of places. All right, round 2, hearts or diamonds? Let's find out. Start our poll. Round 2 vote. Yeah. And this is definitely too long for me to type. Since you guys are all very smart, you guys know H stands for heart and D stands for diamond. 1, 2. And I think that's right. Hopefully you guys see the poll jump up. I just posted it, so hopefully it pops up. Somebody voted, so a couple people are voting, so it's good. I want to do something real quick. Hold on, guys. I want to totally stall you guys for me. And I'm going to turn that on. Oh, boy. Sorry, guys. I'm doing a little freestyle here during the stream. I apologize. That is a really big picture. You'll see why it's important later. While you guys vote. Sorry. A little bit more. And a little bit more. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're just going to have to do this. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. No poll again. Come on. Wait a little bit. I'll stall a little bit. Last time it popped up. It did pop up, right? Last time. So, cast your vote if you can. Stall a little bit, Lissa. If you can't cast your, if you don't see it, definitely always you can do that. You can pop your vote in the chat. I will do my best to pull up a calculator real quick. I'll have my phone. You guys. Yeah, if you can't vote, then cast your... See, why are you making me nervous? Why are you making me nervous? I don't know, maybe it's a delay, maybe on my end, to be honest with you. So anyway, cast your vote. Round 2, Match'em 78. Find out if it's a heart or a diamond. And let me go to here. And, excuse me. Real quick while Melissa votes. Hearts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Diamonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Check if your thing at the bottom is all the way over to the right. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming that's for you guys. So anyway, sounds like she got it. We're going to end it. And we're going to find out who you guys want to win round 2. Let's do that. Round 2, okay, all right. Some people are mad that they lost. That's all right. I don't think anybody posted in there. So round 2, 67% of the vote. You guys decided to go with 2. And this is round 2, Match'em 78. And yowzers. As soon as this stream is over, I'm going to turn the AC on or something, or maybe the fan. All right, round 2. We're going to find out. I think technically you guys want this to be diamonds if we want the better odds, right? Because there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, wait, it's the exact same. This is awkward. Maybe I counted wrong. Doesn't matter. Winning card tonight, round 2, is diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Because, pull up my bookmark, it's hearts is over there. Right? Hearts is over there. So, we will put that back. And we will go to round 3. Oh, let me see here. And I will take off, in case you guys don't remember, I know for a fact that the diamonds won last time because that, or sorry, the spades did, because that was still up. Round 3, diamonds, and now we should be ready to do this. And it's pretty obvious what we want to win, right? I mean, if we're just saying, right? Here's high or low. And, Sammy, why are you getting me all nervous? You guys don't understand the pressure I feel every single week. I know that it's, you guys know me, and I'm already kind of a dork, but I still get I still get nervous. And you guys are really rubbing it in, right? So, all right. Here we go. We're going to start this poll. Round 3 vote. And I'm going to get... Oh, see, I had to be a big talker. I thought to myself, these are not very long words. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could delete messages. Round 3 vote. High or low. 1 or 2. And, okay, should be live. I have no idea why you guys, I really don't, guys, in all seriousness. I don't know why there's such a ruckus tonight in the votes or in the poll coming up. Hopefully it'll come up. Wait a little bit. I'll stall. I'll tell you a little about today, right? So I told you that the lovely bride got a fancy new hairdo, and then we went over to my son-in-law's birthday dinner. And then we went to, no, hopefully it's the same where you guys are at, but we had some pretty crazy spring weather today, and it was actually kind of hot. But yeah, we met Quincy and Zoe and Kaizen at the park. So we got to play with the kids, got to play go down the slides with the kids, and that was a pretty fun. And then probably the most exciting, my poll's coming out okay. But SRT, I have no idea what that means. Now you're making me nervous about that. Bottom line is, if I had to say, probably the highlight of the day was stopping by Michael's. That was so awesome. No, I'm just kidding. Lovely bride ran in, and I just stayed out in the car and tried to follow wrestling and tried to follow stuff. But it was a good day. It was really a good day. Love seeing the grandkids. Love seeing the kids. I'm kind of excited. For those of you that are familiar with track wrestling, you can look up, I just found out today, which I guess I can address it with him later, but I just found out today that Quincy's wrestling tomorrow in Cedar Falls at the Veterans National Tournament. So if you, he said it starts at 8, so if you up and about, you can pull up track wrestling and look under the veterans and see what Quincy Kalkbrenner's doing. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes for him. But anyway, it was a great day. I'm definitely running behind tonight because the college wrestling national tournament was going on tonight, the finals. And, yeah, it was kind of exciting. And I don't want to brag or nothing, but I did win that little thing. And so, anyway, yeah, so I'm a little bit behind, a little bit flustered. You guys let me catch up. Bottom line is, that's enough time. Hopefully, I did not see anything come up about, I've never been able to before. Well, have you tried before, Sammy? Huh? Anyway, so I did not see anything about the polls not coming up. I'm blubbering on long enough. I'm assuming you guys can see it and have voted. Let's find out who wins, shall we? Because we got to find out. And if you guys can obviously look at that screen, if you really want to win tonight, then we really need to have the high card win, right? So, yeah. do this, and we're going to end our poll. And hopefully I don't have to blow my snozzle before the stream is over. Okay, now you guys are getting back to normal. And you guys decided that number 2 is going to be the winner with 71% of the vote. Match'em 78. And obviously, for pretty obvious reasons, we're hoping this is a high card, right? Because if it's a low card, things escalate pretty quickly. Round 3, Match'em 78. High or low diamonds by popular vote. 71% of you wanted 2. So there's no crying over it because the winning card tonight is... that's a level 7 poop in the pants. Guys, we talked about this. You needed that one. We wanted that card, right? I think we all agree with that. We wanted that. So, that goes there. And that's okay. Maybe you guys just like a little spice. You like a little drama. That's okay. So, let me go to low diamond. Hold on. Oh, boy. Well, here's the good news. The good news is we are not going to be eliminated before the final round, right? So that's obviously a good thing. That would be pretty horrible. So now we're to round 4, which is odd or even. So that means we mix them up. Like that. And we'll put a card under there. And we'll put a card under there. And we're going to find out. No pressure, right? I mean, sure, Dump Dude might steal the Mitecoin 3 weeks in a row because we can't even fill a board up, but, you know, whatever. Round 4. Oh, my goodness. Vote. We've got odd or, again, 2 pretty small, short words, so I can work through those pretty fast. Double check it. Round 4, odd or even. I know I do this a lot, but I still get nervous. And it should be live, right? Should be live. So now we can see this. Now we can talk about this board. And I don't know how I missed this. Cody, even though he's not on, he's still going to qualify. That Cody, that orange right there, guys. So there is actually more in play here than we talked about. Cody is running with a play card, so that would be a play bonus because he jumped into some poker with us this week on Texas Tuesday. Small little plug for that. Probably a good opportunity to learn how to play Texas Hold'em, right? Just saying. Chicken Girl, that's her free card, so there's no extra bonus. But Crazy Wiener Lady and Sammy, they shared. I'm a little shocked. Crazy Wiener Lady... And maybe she fessed up at the end that she did some 4-H, but bruh, is that true that you don't have memories of doing 4-H as a child? I find that hard to believe. I'm going to have to interview your dad on that. But bottom line is, no judgment. You guys are both on the even side going to be going up against Dump Dude and the potential for a share bonus. So both of you guys, I believe, yes, you guys are maxing out your share bonus. So it's all kinds of fun tonight, right? It's all kinds of fun. So, cast your vote. Round 4, odd or even. We know it's a low diamond already, and now we have to find out whether it's going to be a fair fight or whether that would be the odd because it's 2v2. Or if it's even, then the ladies would have to defend the house against the dude. So, we'll find out. All right. Okay. Shocker. Right? Maybe, you know what? Maybe one day I'll just change the camera up and I'll put it over the 3 and 4 just so that we can start talking about something other than 1 or 2, right? Maybe. Because you guys love your 2. Again, round 4, Match'em 78. Number 2 is the winner with 71% of the votes. 71%. Ugh. All right. What's this mean for this reveal? This basically means that if it's odd, it's a fair fight. It's Chicken Girl and Cody versus the dude, 2v2. And if it's even, then the ladies are going against the dude to protect the win and potentially cash in on the share bonus. So, winning card tonight is Ooh, odd. Sorry, Crazy Wiener Lady. Sorry, Sammy. But the even was under number 1. So, that's all right. Don't give up. Now it's now you got to change gears, right? You got to change gears because now we need to defend. We need to defend. So let me find final odd. Oh boy, hold on. There. And just, I don't know. The cropping isn't awesome, but it works. There we have it. Match'em 78. Final odd diamond. So hold on. Let me reach over there and get that. And we have the ace, the 3, the 5, and the 7. And you may notice that I mixed up the board a little bit or changed it up to try to let you guys, honestly for me as well, because my eyes are so bad, but I like to be able to see who's who. So it's pretty obvious that Chicken Girl has the ace, Cody has the 5, and the dude has the 3 and the 7. So that's not awesome, right? I mean, he's not awesome, but he has 2, I mean. So we're going to slide a card under the 2, or 1, under the 2, under the 3. Oh my goodness, you guys are making me stretch on this one, under the 4. And it is getting warm up here. So, let's find out. Let's find out who's going to win tonight. Final vote. Oh my goodness. See, I'm trying to get fancy and type fast. Final vote, Match'em 78. We have a 1. We have a 2. We have a 3. And we have a 4. And should be Match'em vote. Final vote, Match'em 78. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cast your vote, guys. I guess it really decides who you want to win, right? Who do you want to win? Chicken Girl could win. Obviously, there's no bonus in play. Again, this could be the first play. Unfortunately, Cody's not on to win the grand prize, but he would win the first the play bonus. So, cast your vote. You know, not that you want to root against Chicken Girl, of course. Never want to do that. But if we could hand out, finally, a play bonus, that would be kind of legit, right? I do feel bad because, as I remember right, even though Willie was a dog against me, I think I might have taken Cody's money on Texas Tuesday. And then Willie was a bully and took mine. Shocker. But anyway, I digress. A little bit of bad memories there. So anyway, here we go. We've got final vote, cast your vote, and we're going to find out who's going to be the winner here. Yeah, there's obviously a 50-50 chance that Dump Dude is going to feast again. And if he does it, I can't even imagine. Right? He's already taken the Solana Showdown. This would be 2 weeks in a row of a double beatdown. This would be uncharted territories. If this isn't motivation for us to find other people to join with the silly stuff that we do, I don't know what to tell you, bruh. I don't know what to tell you. So, should we do it? Let's find out. I'm assuming you guys have had time. I haven't seen anything come up with the bad polls. It's been a relatively good night. I don't think my camera has been flashing. It's time to end the poll. And final vote. Oh, wow. This is a dogfight. Number 2. Definitely time to get the rock out. Number 2 is the winner. By, wait a minute. Yeah. Number 2 is the winner. Why is that in that order? Do you guys see that? That is so weird. Number 2 has 38%, and it's on top. Then number 1 is next, and it shows 24. But number 3 then is 25. So that's very whack. Yeah. So anyway, bottom line is, doesn't really matter because number 2 is the winner with 38%. And then, again, since you guys are all the same ones that kind of hang out with me on your Saturday nights or Sundays if needed, you know what the deal is. As always, I don't know if embarrass is the right word, but we definitely reveal the biggest loser first. And tonight, the biggest loser, the good thing is nobody was skunked tonight. So Chicken Girl, Cody, if you watch after work, if this is you, don't feel bad, bruh. At least somebody voted for everybody, right? Unfortunately, number 4, not very many people. 13%. That's not awesome. And that means that this is the one time that we absolutely want this to be a 3 or a 7, so we can eliminate one of the dudes. If this is an ace or a 5, then there's going to be a little celebrating from the enemy. So, Match'em 78, final round, final vote. The biggest loser is number 4. This is when you do not want to see your card. So, the biggest loser tonight is... Hey, that's good stuff right there, guys. That's bye-bye dump dude. See you later, alligator, bruh. Right? So that's one shot out of the way. Cody, you're still in play for the play bonus. So that's sweet. Here we go. Now, this is kind of weird. I was going to go down the order 2, 1, 3, but hopefully you guys can see this. Technically, 1 is the next biggest loser with 24%. Maybe the YouTube poll doesn't round well, but I'm going to go by the numbers I see. And number 1 says 24. And that, I'm not super awesome at math, but I'm pretty sure that 24 is less than 25. So, final round, Match'em 78, final vote. Number 1, you are the next biggest loser. If this is a 7, then there's a bit of celebration because we have a guaranteed winner. If this is not a 7, then it's a head-to-head dogfight, and somebody needs to represent and protect the territory. So I'm just saying. So here we go. Second biggest loser, Match'em 78, with only 24% of the vote, is... Oh! Chicken Girl! You're gone, sister. You're gone. This is big. And I don't know. Maybe I should know it. Maybe I shouldn't. But I don't. I don't remember the play bonus being this close before. But this is legit. This is a legit bonus, guys. And it would also be a painful burn if the dump dude literally gets so close to Cody and then he says, "Sorry, Charlie." That would be painful. So, let's find out. Match'em 78, final vote. The winning card tonight is number 2 with 38%. If this is a 5, we have a winner in our fellowship with the play bonus. That's a big deal. If this is a 7, then the dump dude rubs it in our face again. Ugh. Here we go. Winning card tonight is... Oh, Cody! You did it! Dude, you stinking did it. That is so awesome. Because the 7, hopefully you guys can see that, the 7 is over there. Nice work, bruh. Cody wins, and he wins the play bonus, and he wins a Match'em. So this is a good idea, or good time to plug that, if you have, $1 that you, spend on other stuff, I hope you'll consider spending $1 on Cody, right? Hopefully he will be blessed by this nice win, right? So that's the idea. And before we get going on to the share, I did mean to do this. And again, I was running out of time because of the wrestling I was watching. But let's talk about this. And again, you guys have to decide why you didn't want a chance at $25 free. This is not a fantasy league where you had to buy to get in. I literally want to engage and I want to, have fun with you guys. And you guys give me some of your time and I want to make sure that I offer you guys something. And yeah, that means that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you jump into our fantasy basketball league, March Madness. And we have Crazy Wiener Lady and Patey tied, Patey and his bride, tied at first right now. And I was going to, tell you what, real quick here. Let me show you something here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, boy. Hold on, guys. You guys can take a look at that. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to transition that over. I'm going to take myself off, and so you guys can see it's a dogfight. I know it's smaller maybe, but Melissa and Patty and Annie are tied with 34 with different finals, right? Melissa has Michigan and Patty has Duke. Andrea and Cody are tied, and me, I guess. Wow. Dude, it's a dogfight. It's a straight up dogfight. Only 2 points separate everybody. And this is obviously, games are going on now. But, guys, this is $25 for zero investment just to play along with the silly game and engage with the group. So, anyway, I wanted to update everybody. Obviously, we'll have another update. I think it's next weekend. I don't think it's the finals yet, but we'll definitely have it sorted out even more. But, yeah, so there's the current standings of that. I will now put that off, put that on, and transition back. So I wanted to update you guys on that one. So let's talk about the share question. I did share a little bit on the wrestling weekend and about the March Madness and this elimination bracket stuff. I love it. The NCAA tournament, Division I, which probably before I started being involved in jiu-jitsu, I would have thought, or grappling if you will, I would have thought wrestling was probably one of the toughest, kind of the meanest sports. If I'm just being honest, probably it's got to be jiu-jitsu, because in wrestling, I don't got to worry about you breaking my arm or shredding my knee or making me go night-night. But it's very similar to wrestling. So, yes, I'll put a plug in when we get summer grappling up. I would highly encourage anybody to do that, whether it's ladies or gentlemen. We can get ladies to partner with ladies. It's phenomenal. But anyway, I love this time of year. And basically, I was kind of thinking on the state tournament for the youth wrestling. We had some kids come back with medals. We had kids qualify. We had kids not qualify. We had kids not meet their goals to get there. It's a tough time. And I always am, I balance out. I've definitely had people say to me, it's only youth sports. But the reality is, for those kids, right, for their world, it's a big deal. And obviously, wrestling's a big deal to me. But there's obviously other sports out there. And so I just threw that share question out to all of you to kind of remind you guys as well that maybe of a different time. And I've got a little bit of an ulterior motive to ask you about that as well. But I absolutely love all of your answers. I appreciate Cody's answer because that resonated with me. Because, it's just the, I appreciate the fact that he remembers that's ultimately the goal, right? That you're not going to always win first place, but it's the experience of going through it with your friends that this kind of makes it legit. I was shocked that Melissa said she didn't do 4-H growing up. Again, I'll follow up with that. I think I'm going to have to call her bluff, or maybe she's being bashful. Maybe she was a state fair champion and she's just hiding it. I also am going to pick a bone with Ray because she kind of said competitive dance, but I happen to know that didn't she perform on maybe an NFL field or a college field? And I absolutely I set the table for you to brag on yourself. So if I have to find video, I will, and I'll post it on a stream. Don't make me do it. I will. So anyway, for me, man, I don't know. Obviously I wrestled growing up from like 3rd grade on. I will say that I played many a game of backyard wiffle ball, but it's sad to say that, and maybe I guess it's recognizing, I don't know if I'd let my own kids do it, but I kind of realized that I was not very good at like hitting a ball with a bat, like in a baseball game. So I would always hang out at the diamonds with my friends and watch them play, but I definitely didn't join Little League. I ran, I don't know, like junior high football, things like that. But it was definitely just, again, it was part of being a team, and it was just part of part of being active in those sports. But I guess what it comes to mind is, and I wrote a note to myself. I already told you, I warned you guys that I write notes to myself. I guess I'm wondering, speaking to the old toots, which maybe some of you guys are a little older than me, maybe, but I'm always curious on. So I was speaking with a friend many years ago now, and it was not necessarily sports related. It was mostly kind of like church related. but he grew up going to church, right? That was part of his life. That was part of his foundation. And then he kind of gravitated or kind of wandered from that. And then as his kids were getting older, he kind of showed an interest in wanting to maybe get them back into it. And we were talking, and I'm wondering if, and obviously, you know, being right with God is a big deal and way more important than sports. But it's more about like what forms our foundation. I guess where my brain was going was what forms our foundation. And whether it be sports or 4-H or whether it's church, I wonder how much we consider like our experience and like how much that formed us. And if we, not that we have to repeat everything we did, of course, with our own children or with our own family, but I wonder how much we miss out on if we don't at least think about it, right? The things that we learned, the things that made me the person I am, obviously, some of that had to do with what I did as a kid, right? And it probably I should have, heck, maybe I'll just throw this out now and maybe not make it a share question, and you guys can just, if it resonates, you can share anyway. But something that we joke about, I mean, Andrew and I have talked about, like, I remember my dad and I think I've shared, right? My parents divorced. I lived out in the country with my dad for a hot minute. And even when we moved into town, guys, it was nothing. My best friend lived out in the country where we used to live, like miles out in the country. It was like nothing for me to jump on my bike and literally ride miles out in the country to go see him. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would, if I'm honest, I can't imagine Andrea and I letting our kids do that when they were my age, like, I don't know, 4th grade or something. Like, hey, I'll see you at the end of the day, Mom. I'm going to go ride my bike out for 5 miles out in the country. Bananas, right? So anyway, I guess I think about that often. I think about the way, I mean, obviously I know the world's changed and it's not, I'm going to sound old. I went to school, uphill both ways in 8 foot of snow. But there is some change. There's some things that have changed, right? And so I wonder how much, like the activities we did as kids, if our kids or our grandkids, show my age, if they're not doing those, like, I don't know what changes in the whole, like, who they'll be. And maybe I'm overthinking it. But anyway, something to chew on. I will say, those of you that came to one of the Mitecoin meetups, and maybe we need to talk about that as well, with the birthday, with the anniversary coming up, I admit that the left side of my body, whether it be baseball, hacky sack, anybody that is ambidextrous that can throw both hands or hit both ways, bro, you guys are basically superheroes. That blows my mind because my left hand, to try to throw anything with it, bruh, it's done. Not going to happen. So yeah, that's where I went. I do want the kids, at least the kids I coach and stuff. I know it's important to them, but guys, for the kids wise, there's so much more ahead of them. And for us old toots, I guess what went through my mind is, I know it's not youth sports, but sometimes when we take a punch in the face as adults, it can be devastating. And that's where it might be nice to kind of remember some of the lessons that we learned when we were kids, that, you know what, it's going to be okay. Or even if it's not great, you'll find people that'll come around you and kind of be your team and build you up. I was watching a couple videos on kind of how churches are supposed to go or what church means. And the fancy $3 word is edification. And all that means is to build one another up. So that's what teams do, hopefully. And since we're old toots, that, we're not on necessarily rec leagues anymore, unless you're, doing your bowling stuff. But find a group of people that can build you up, right? When you're having kid problems and you're having stuff, money, relationship, all that stuff that goes on, hopefully we all have, and if you don't, I want to encourage you to find a group of people, and maybe it's our Mitecoin group in the short term, right? Even if it's online, hopefully we all have somebody that can build us up when we need it, and we can build others up. That's the goal. So anyway, that's kind of the long way around my share question, because I wonder how much of that happens with what we did as a kid that we don't necessarily think about. So anyway, there you go. I know it's late. I'm going to pray us out. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys give me some of your time. I'm going to pray us out, And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. So let's pray. Father God, I just come to you right now, and I just thank you again for this wonderful blessing, this day that we were able to spend with our kids and with the grandkids, Lord. I just thank you for safe travels. I thank you for wonderful, wonderful weather. And I just thank you for your forgiveness and your offer to be restored to you. And I just pray that we would all consider that and ponder that and think about that. And I just thank you for that opportunity. I just pray for your covering and protection over all of those listening and all of those part of our fellowship. I pray that you would be with us in our relationships. I pray that you would help us to be forgiving and patient with one another. I pray, Lord God, that you would be with our physical bodies as we struggle and we deal with day-to-day things, whether it be ongoing conditions or whether it's just stuffiness and sinus infections and colds. Whatever it is, Lord God, I just pray that you might meet us where we're at. And whatever we're going through, I pray that we would image you well and that we would represent you well to those that don't know you. I pray that I would do that, Lord. I pray that this project would do that. And I pray most of all, Lord God, that it would that it might help others to be restored to you and know what that means to walk with you and to be under your cover. I just pray, Lord God, that you would just be with all of us and give us a great week, blessed week, and that we would give you our thoughts and our attention, and that you might meet us wherever we're at and draw us close to yourself, Lord. And I just thank you and love you. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. All right, guys. I thank you guys again. I know I talk loud. Andrea's not in here with me to give me that look to say I'm talking till 10. But I appreciate you guys joining me. And congratulations to Cody. Even though the Solana Showdown didn't get paid out, we did finally pay out our play bonus. And I hope that you guys will consider blessing him with the ZEM 2015. So, all right. Catch you later. Have a good night. And have a great day tomorrow. See ya. Bye.